Okay, so this is the second video I'm doing for my Facebook page. I told you I'm already locked out of my YouTube account. I repeat myself a lot, but that's something that I do. It says in my birth chart I always repeat myself. I've always done it my whole life. Part of me repeating myself when I teach, it helps people remember better. So if you have a problem with that, say the fuck off. I'm kind of like more like a fuck the world. Like if I could walk around with my middle finger just stuck up, if I could glue it down that way or whatever, stay like that forever, and I could still be able to use my hands, I would do that too. That's the energy I'm in. I don't give a fuck. Now let me just say this. Let me just really say this. The karma for trying to make no, not that. The karma for knowing a person's character, knowing why they act the way they act, knowing who they are. The karma for that is that not only the truth get exposed about you, but it's death, and that's unforgivable. It's not, and the reason why I stretch this so much, because the Bible says there's no forgiveness against blasphemy. That means talking ill, talking bad, lying, whatever the fuck you want to do against a true divine person, a Holy Spirit. And remember, I told you all empaths have a Holy Spirit. I have to go further into explaining it. The reason why the karma, to me, even though it says unforgivable, to me, death or whatever, if I could be a judge of death, it's because it's like you sit up there and a person is a good person. Even if a person is lost, it's like they're sensitive. All empaths are scapegoated. We're sensitive, but they know our true character. They know we don't mean nobody no harm. They know we don't sit and plot on people. But you sit and you purposely know a person is like that even before they awaken. You know that they may be going through drama. A lot of empaths usually are, into drugs in the wrong crowd and stuff like that. But we're different. We always have a purity of our heart, and people like to laugh and take advantage of stuff like that, but they know who we are. The karma, you see somebody like that and you take that upon yourself to try to belittle somebody like that, try to tear them down. Even after the impact rise up after the narc, after the game start, it's like you trying to bring a person back down to where they used to be. Well, who do they think they are? They think they're going to rise up. And that's what I'm saying. These people have to know that God is not fucking with you. You can't sit up there in your mind, not our God, not Yahweh, not the Most High. You have to think that Satan, Lucifer, whatever, is the one that's telling you that you could be forgiven for that. You really did. I mean, just think about how wicked that is. It's kind of like if I could think of a movie. I'm trying to think of a movie like of a person that played a good character and somebody lying on them. That's I try to really break stuff down. That's like, let me try to see what's a movie of a good. Okay. Like the guy on Training Day. Remember how Denzel was the narc? He was the evil one and stuff like that. Ethan Hawke, I think that was his name. He played the empath or whatever. It's like empaths, he was like a true empath. Like he saw them doing bad and he didn't want to take the money and stuff like that. Not just out of fear of getting in trouble. He just knew it wasn't right. The karma for the death of that man's hands or whatever, whether he was a good man or not, he knew it was wrong. And just imagine, like, you saw his character, how he was, and you saw how the narc, Denzel or whatever, he was trying to lie on him and stuff like that, lie on his character, try to set him up. And, you spoke drugs, where they tried to set him up, but he knew who the person was. And you saw at the end that was death because of what he did. He even set the guy up to die. That's a perfect example of how they make these movies about the narc and empath dynamic. Is no forgiveness for that, because it's like you're not just like lying or whatever. Even though lying is bad, we all are guilty of little white lies, whatever. Never an empath to the full extent of lying on somebody like a narc does. But it's like nobody's perfect. But for you to sit up there and you see who a person is, you know who they are, but out of envy, out of spite, you want to try to create, and that's word witchery. That's witchcraft. It's like you create an illusion, because when you lie on somebody, let's say you know somebody's celibate or whatever, you know they're a good person, they took this up. This is just an example. It's something I went through too. You know that, but you see that, but you see people admiring that person, but you sit up there and you tell people, well, she got people in and out of her house, blah, 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 blah. Make it up, just lies after lies after lies. But it's like people who don't know the truth about that. It's some people that do know the truth, but people who don't know, it's like you're painting an illusion. They're looking at that person, this because they don't know that person, but you lied and you knew the truth though. That's what I'm saying. But you knew the truth of the person. You knew how the person. Well, even on my platform, people try to create illusions like nobody's listening. You see, I'm trying to climb up, and you keep on throwing witchcraft. The people do witchcraft, gang stalking on your job, witchcraft. It's like a same spirit following you. You get a job, and they treat you a certain way on this job. You're like, wow, I mind my business. I don't trip. I don't fuck with people. I just want to do my job. And it's like it's always something that's witchcraft, motherfucker, or whatever. And then people always think that witches have black nails. No, nigga, a crip can be a witch. Nigga, for real, a hood bitch can be a witch. A professional person can be a witch. You don't never fucking know. And remember, I told you we're witches too. Empaths are white witches too. Healers. We have many hats, many different names. Just like Yeshua has many different names. So like that's why I try to tell people. And it's like after a while, it's like you don't. No matter what you say, no narc is gonna change. No matter what you say, no karmic is gonna change. They have no ability to fucking change because they did it in the first place. Just like empaths, there's certain things we do, and certain things we will not do. We can change, we can elevate, but our true essence never really changes. One thing about after surviving a narc attack is you feel depleted of your energy. You don't want to fuck with people. It's not that you're being stuck up, sarcastic. I'm sorry, not sarcastic. It's not like you being stuck up or whatever and isolated on purpose. That's the way God wants it. But it's like you feel depleted of your energy in a relationship with a narcissist. If you were in a true relationship with a narcissist, you constantly feel drained. It's like you just feel like a tornado hit your life, and it's like afterwards, it's like you get to breathe, but you still healing. It's like the whole relationship you spent catering. You spent trying to cater to this person, constantly prove to this person you this, you that, you ain't doing nothing wrong. It's not even about that doing nothing wrong. You just overly proved that you love them, and the nigga was full of shit. He constantly doing stupid shit, and he come from a disrespectful ass family. Narcs act like they weren't raised right. That's how they act. But they act. Like I said before, they act. They have a full understanding of what they're doing because they know when you did something crazy in a relationship, even if it wasn't crazy, if you did something they didn't like, didn't they try to tell you? Didn't they tell you they didn't like it? Okay, so that means they have a full understanding between right and wrong. They're acting. They know it's energy to be like, no, you shouldn't do this. Oh, that's not right. Why is your sister calling, telling you this and this and this and go back to your baby mama? That's not her business. Blah, 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 blah. Like a little fucking kid. You look at the age and it's not matching the mentality or whatever, the actions. So all I'm going to say is this. And this is time. Chickens are coming home to roost. And I hate to say this. I posted that video of those girls or whatever. I like her channel and stuff like that. They had their own opinion. I have my own opinion about Kevin Samuels or whatever. Yeah, he did give advice about, you should lose weight and stuff like that. And price goes up to feel good about yourself. But in all, the nigga was a terrible person. Did you hear some of the other stuff he said? We don't need women down here, blah, 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 blah. I say stuff out of anger too or whatever with these hoe ass niggas. I'm not talking about every single man. Every single black man isn't bad. Every single man isn't bad because I know I'm not bad. So when men say all women ain't shit, I know they can't be talking about me and other empathic women I see online that I know are respectful. So I can't categorize everybody like that. That's why sometimes I vent and then I try to go back. Well, not everybody. I truly don't believe it. I believe that empaths should group up with only other empaths or only other people that think like mine. Just like narcs, they group up with them karmics. Their karmics vouch for their behavior. They think it's notice gang stalkers. They stalk together in couples. They both vouch for that. They both think that's cool. They both think that's normal. They think that that's okay. They think it's funny. Us as empaths, we're isolated or whatever. One way to find out if you're a chosen one, I know I'm talking all over the place, but I'm just trying to hurry for this train come again. One thing that you have to realize or whatever is that how do I say this I try to say it but in a way like I know I don't give a fuck or whatever because I know I have enemies watching and that's where my cutthroat words come from because I want them to know I don't give a fuck you, blah, blah, blah. But then I also have people that look up to me and that are watching and stuff like that, even if though they create an illusion and nobody's looking, but they also listen. I don't want to offend those type of people if that makes any type of sense. But to know if you're truly a chosen one, look at your life. I'm not saying if you're a good person. I said to know if you're a chosen one. Your life will line up with Yeshua's or whatever, which is what they call Jesus or whatever. Are you isolated? Have you been scapegoated your whole life? Are you who you say you are and you don't understand why people treat you the way they do knowing who you are? The reason why they treat you like that is because they know who you are. It's a bunch of devils or whatever trying to make you doubt who you are. And when God says that you are, that's why you're going through it, if that makes any type of sense. So don't ever let these silly motherfuckers make you think anything. They should let you know that you all that. People sit up there and watch you all day because you ain't shit. That doesn't even make sense. I always try to compare it to a homeless person because I'm homeless right now, but I'm not on the streets. I'm homeless. I'm in the room right now. But it's like, if a person is homeless, they drunk or whatever, or they just ain't shit. Let's just say they homeless, they not shit. Who the fuck gonna sit up there and watch that person every day try to make them go crazy? And that would make them crazy, which they are, but it's like that should let you know that you somebody. Even homeless, they still know that you the shit or whatever. They know you gonna rise up out of there, and they know that God is gonna be on their ass. So this is temporary, but like I said about Kevin Samuels, chickens coming home to the roost. I don't give a fuck who gets offended. I kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. People can say whatever the fuck they want to say. The point is, I don't like that heck in shit. It's these motherfuckers online. The people I expose on my page. Even if I had the power to hack in their shit and see, let's see if this person really has a dick and I think they have a dick. No, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's my job to expose them. That's how I got the messages, which would make sense or whatever. If somebody is, if I'm getting channel messages about that and I don't know these people, that's how you know that it's spiritual, that somebody is telling me that, right? That would make common sense, especially if you know it's true. That makes common sense, right? Okay, so we'll just say that. But that's like me hacking in their phone, and there's somebody to watch because they're being deceptive. But y'all like to try to project to people that tell the truth and make them think something is wrong with them. That's all narcs do, is they project exactly who they are onto you, if that make any type of sense. I be trying to say, this is what I be trying to find out, and I really want to know this. Gang stalkers, what is funny? Because they can hear me even as I'm making this video. I hear a little chuckle. What is funny? Think about that. Look at your age. And like I said before, it doesn't matter what I say. I already know these niggas ain't gonna listen. They gonna keep laughing. They gonna keep they're not human. Just like I'm not human, you're not human, they're not human, they're devils. So that's why they're in a human. What confuses us is they're in human bodies or whatever. You can see the spirit in them, then you will be like, oh, okay. You wouldn't even try to reason with them. But name one thing motherfucking funny about hacking in somebody's shit. Try to throw magic to stop their destiny or whatever. Laughing at the fact that they lost their job. And then you say that shit. And look at the person you're attacking though. But you say that shit. So either you know you a devil or you just know you evil. And I don't even say magic. People, yeah, magic is being done, heavy satanic magic, but that has to be in your character to do that. If I do a magic spell right now on somebody I know online that I know is nice, or an empath or something like that, which I don't even know. I don't even know about how to do whatever they even dig into. I think they pay practitioners to do that. And stop taking it all the way left field. People say, somebody pay a practitioner to do this. Hell yeah, somebody can pay a practitioner to do heavy satanic magic. It could be a hood person that know how to do heavy satanic magic. Look at John Ramirez. It's not a big deal. For real. Anybody can do this shit. So stop. Oh no, that's not. And a lot of people that be quick to say, oh, that's not true, blah blah. You work for the devil. Who the fuck is gonna sit up there and hear me say some messages about this and that and this and that and their head? Oh no, but you're not. This is not you though. You not. Do you have a page where you expose the truth? Have you exposed the narc? Have you went through that shit? Okay, so who the fuck are you to say that? That's what I'm saying. People just do dumb, stupid, demonic shit. All I'm gonna say, them chickens coming home to roost. But this is not the time to be playing around. Whatever you put out, you're going to get big. All chosen ones, light a candle, say exactly what you want to the Most High, what you want. When he sit you down here or whatever, he knew what you were supposed to do. He knew that you were going to rise up. He knew everything from start to finish. Remember, God is a psychic too. Yahshua was a psychic too. That people don't like to use that word. That's a psychic. For you to know a person's past, future, present, whatever, what's going to happen, that's a fucking psychic. And he's the highest one, without cards, with cards, whatever. So that's just something to think about. So he already knew who you were when he created you. The devil did too. That's why he used these people to try to destroy you and do everything to try to destroy your character, make you look like this, make you look like that, lie. And they can't destroy your character, so they have to create illusions to lie or whatever. Either make you look crazy, make you look like a bad person. They try to enrage me and try to make me mad and stuff like that. But it's karma for that too, because you know what you did. If you know a person has a calm spirit, you know a person's sweet, and you purposely try to get a reaction out of them, only a devil would do that. But you got to think about if the person is online or whatever. You know what you're doing, and you know that you caused me to react a certain type of way, to look a certain type of way. So God is going to expose you for who you really are, so everybody can see who you really are, if that makes any type of sense. All that talk. I don't fuck with my motherfucking family. Let's just keep it real. So anybody just going and listen to what them niggas have to say, fuck them. The character should be shown. If I'm online or whatever, and number one, I'm not gonna lie. So if you do cards or whatever, you could see if I'm telling the truth about anything. Why the fuck would you believe anything? First of all, if I'm online, if I have a daughter and she's online, and I'm talking kind of all over the place. If I have a daughter, she's online, she homeless, she went through this, she went through that, and you see me talk, and I see her talking about me, and I'm just watching. That should let you know, and especially if I'm talking shit about her, bitch. That's what I said before. What mother is them? I don't really even give a fuck about that shit no more. It's like I just be hearing stuff, and it's like why even watch? Why even watch the page? Period. Unless I'm talking about you. Period. Why even watch the fucking page for what? And then you got to think about your earthly judgment. You got to get judged for what you did. These people really think that they're gonna get away with what they're doing. You really think, gang stalkers really think that they can't be touched? A lot of times they think that shit because they got away with it for so long, but you ain't do it to a chosen one, probably though. Think about that. Everybody you probably fuck with, probably really, your karma took a long time. You still gonna get karma for that. It's building up. But you fuck with a chosen person of God, and you know that I'm a chosen one based on how I act. You've been watching me long enough, and you still lie. You still gang star. Be giving several warnings to stop, and you think God ain't gonna end your motherfucking life? Come on, you really think God isn't gonna end your life? Kevin Savage is a prime example of misogynistic men, deaf. Chickens coming home to roost. You see what I'm saying? But people, they don't fucking listen. Nothing that you ever say will make these motherfuckers awaken and listen. Nothing that you ever say will ever make them feel bad or guilty because they did it in the first motherfucking place. They don't have the capability to feel empathy like we do. That's a sociopath. That's a psychopath. They could kill somebody and then lie and make it seem like they killed them out of a self-defense or this and that. That's a sociopath. Even if the person was a good person, they will lie, whatever. So a lot of times I heard that narcissists, they've been lying for so long that they just know that they full of shit, they can't change, and it's like lie on top of lie. If it ever was to be exposed or whatever what type of person they are, which is what the empath does, that's why they try to kill you and go so hard to kill you, because they know how it's gonna look. Think about how it's gonna look for a person of your age, or just in general, gang stalkers, whatever, karmics, whatever, for it to be exposed to the world that you were gang stalking somebody, hacked in their phone, watching them. Some people have mothers that were hacked in, mothers, and if people find that out, do you know how that's gonna look though? Under magic, whatever, some things have to be in your character to do that. If it was to be found out for sure that you were a mother or whatever, somebody's mother, my mother, whatever, hacked in, do you know how people gonna look at you? So that's why they go so hard to try to make you look crazy. It's not just no messages online. It's not just that. It's that too. But a lot of times the gang stalker starts after the narc comes. And the narc comes in knowing who you are, knowing he's going to destroy you. That's why he did you worse than the karmics and stuff like that and lied on your character. Because the spirit, the demonic Jezebel spirit in him. Remember we talked about, I uploaded Jezebel's where it says that... Jezebel or whatever was a spirit. She tried to destroy God's prophets. So if a narc has that Jezebel spirit in him, and you're a prophet, if you're an empath, you're a prophet. That means your life. You're supposed to tell your testimony, how you were scapegoat and all the other stuff. Even if you don't know it, your story motivates other empaths to rise up above that, if that makes any type of sense. So that's why he tried to destroy you, knowing who you were. And then we see evil people on a whole nother level, because we're like, hey, damn, how could we be so sweet? How could we be so kind? And these motherfuckers still try to attack us. Only a devil would do that. That's why we see devils on a whole nother level. Because a righteous person or whatever, even if it's not a righteous person, a real person gonna be like, man, this person is real. I'm gonna be real with them or whatever. Only a devil is gonna see a good-hearted person and lie on them and try to create illusion, try to destroy them, leave them for dead and go. We look at it in a way like, oh, they just hate women. No, it's a motherfucking demon doing that shit or whatever. And I'm, like I said, I'm talking kind of in the street way. It's like, yeah, I play a little bit and I joke a little bit, but it's like this shit, it turns you raw. If I could just name all the stuff that these motherfuckers do, I'm gonna write a book one day and tell you how evil and satanic these motherfuckers do. Stuff they do, and it's like the stuff I say, it'll be like a textbook. That's why I always tell people, tell your story. It'll be like a textbook for the next person, so they know they not alone. They do stuff that you wouldn't even believe if I were repeat it in the spirit world when they astral project. Stuff you wouldn't believe, the most degraded shit or whatever, that you would never even believe, these hoes or whatever. We'll just say that, these females. So we're going to leave it at that. But all I'm going to say is this: keep your head up. Don't ever doubt who you are. God has not forgot about you. He is letting you go through this so you can see no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they won't stop. So you know they had no mercy for you. So that when their karma comes, you have no mercy for them, even if it's family members and stuff like that. If you get involved in any of their karma, if anybody was against you when their karma comes, and God is going to put you in a position where you're going to be the only one that can help for everybody involved if you wanted to. If you get involved in their karma, God is going to whoop your ass too. Just for example, like they said, the narc. You already know what my narc or whatever. A lot of these narcs are called HIV just for the fact they lied on you and tried to destroy you or chosen when knowing who you are. You get back with him or whatever, you're going to catch something, and then the people that's on his head is going to, whatever karma he has is going to come on you. Narcs are cursed. Karmics are cursed. They come from cursed narcissistic families. If you come from a narcissistic family, they're cursed. If your family betrayed you and left you for dead knowing you was a scapegoat and you was an empath, their whole family is cursed. Watch how people start losing their homes, their jobs, their money, everything, sickness. Uncurable sicknesses or whatever. And they don't always have to be STDs or nothing like that. It could be cancer, it could be breast cancer, it could be any motherfucking thing, heart attacks, whatever. Pain that medicine won't stop. Just watch. And whatever you speak out as a chosen one is what's going to happen. God anointed you with that power. They don't want you to know that. We can dabble in spell work as far as like praying and stuff like that. You have the power to call death upon your enemies. That's why God chose you or whatever. Your ancestors are backing you. They're waiting to hear what you want them to do. Think about that. Don't ever forget that.